Hello everyone and welcome back to Comics World Order, and today we're going to be looking into the next character, which is the Black Panther, otherwise known as King T'Challa of Wakanda. Now, the Black Panther made his first appearance back in 1966 in Fantastic Four Volume 1, Issue 52. In 1977, he was actually given his first solo series, and his series is still ongoing, doing really well in some places, in some sales. He was also noted to be the first black superhero to be created by Marvel. Then afterwards, characters such as Falcon, Luke Cage followed as well. Now, the Black Panther has actually been gaining a lot of popularity lately, considering the fact that he actually made his MCU debut back in 2016 in Captain America: Civil War, also having his first movie afterwards, and even being in both Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame. Also, he has been in other media, such as cartoon series as Avengers: Mightiest Heroes, and also Avengers Assemble TV series as well. Also, he even made an appearance in the Fantastic Four 1994 cartoon series, where he was voiced by Keith David. Some of you might remember Keith David as the man who did the voice for Spawn in the HBO TV series. Good actor, great voice. Now, let's have a look at the character himself. First things first, I quite like the way how they actually did this character. They weren't too fancy about it, just keeping it simple. Of course, there have been a few concerns online that people think that they could have actually added a bit more detail, and part of me does actually agree. Well, when Black Panther made his first appearance, he actually had like a little cape. And there's one issue of the Avengers when he first joined. He actually has an open mouthpiece, a bit like Batman. Of course, obviously, sometimes when I look at this outfit, I just think if you just stick a cape on him, and maybe put a belt, and if you put the Batman symbol on him, you could actually pass him off as another Batman character, uh, which is not too bad actually. Look, I think it looked pretty cool. Now, the other concerns I actually have with this is the fact that his abdomen and arms is the same mold that they use to do the Punisher. Like in the Punisher, he cannot move up here, unlike most of the other characters. The abdomen, sorry, the between the abdomen and his chest, for most Marvel characters, this can actually move. But for him, he moves his whole waist like that. Which, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against that. I think it suits him quite well, really. The only concern with I have is, once again, with the Punisher is this hand as well, because the way how it is, you can't really hold certain weapons that well. But in this case, because the accessory that comes with this Black Panther is this weapon right here. Now, it does have a name, but I'm not going to say it because every time I try to pronounce it, it always comes out wrong. So I'm not going to cause you guys any problems with that one. So, sorry, let me just slide this weapon in here. So just get the weapon in this hand. His left hand can actually hold standard weapons with ease with no problem. But with his other hand being open, it gives you a chance to actually hold up, hold on to the weapon and actually put him into different positions to make him, look like he's ready to fight. He's ready to take on a challenge. Negative side, costume wise, I can't say anything bad because, like I said, I do like the style of this one because, hence the name Black Panther. You actually want to have the same characteristics as a panther. I mean, if that's going to be your namesake, where if your costume is completely dark or completely black, you can actually use that to your advantage when you are hunting and stalking your prey or your. I'm not going to say victim because he's not after victims. But I do agree with some reviews that I wish they actually added a bit more details to show that he is African, because when you look at a figure like this, take away the weapon and you put him in a different packaging, you could say he's from anywhere. You could say he's from the UK, he's from Europe, he's from Australia, or even South America. So there's nothing really. There's nothing anything about this character that makes him stand out. Say like, oh, okay, so this guy is he's a king. He's from Wakanda. He's from Africa. So that's one of the things that actually lets it down. Um, there is one other thing I do hate about how they've actually done this is when it comes to the arms. Now the arms are fine, but with his whoops a daisy, when it comes to the chest, because the way how they actually molded it, and thanks to the Black Panther movies, sadly, if you ever want to recreate Black Panther's chant or a battle cry, Wakanda forever, you can't cross his arms together. You just go, it's just that really. So that's a bit disappointing. But articulation, like most other Marvel characters, it's pretty good. It's your standards, also the feet can twist as well, so that's pretty good. Moving his head, fine, that's no problem. Cool. Yeah, it's just that I wish there was a bit more flexibility with his arms to move him around a bit. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Now, if I had to give a rating for this one, sadly, I would actually have to do between 7 and 7.5 because the mold of the figure I do like. Just wish that hand was a little bit better though. But I think one of the things that lets it down is attention to detail with showing his African roots. I think it would have been nice to actually have the necklace here and also maybe paint his fingernails as well to make them look like claws. But of course, then again, though, because I did get this one back in 2009, he doesn't actually have any of the details that you would find on any Black Panther figure from the MCU universe. That one actually has a bit more detail with more lines around the mask and around the body as well. Of course, there are some websites and also some videos online of people actually doing custom versions of him. Actually painting the extra details in there as well. Anyway, once again, I do like this figure. I've got nothing against it. Like I said, just wish had a bit more detail. But anyway, I'll leave you there for that one, and I hope I'll be seeing you again for the Wolverine review.